Good afternoon everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I was going to post this video yesterday, which is the actual date I will be referring to, but I wanted to wait and see if any of the mainstream media would refer to one of the most important anniversaries in modern history, and sadly I've not found a trace of it anywhere. On the 18th of August 1882, the Married Women's Act was passed. Prior to that date, married women in this country were chattels. They could not own anything. They were not individuals in their own right. Everything they owned, or everything that was theirs, including their very selves, belonged to their husbands until the Married Women's Act was implemented passed on the 18th of August 1882. I don't know whether I'm angry, disappointed, shocked that the media in this day and age, where our media is filled with virtue signalling hypocrites, that this was not mentioned. It's an absolute disgrace. From that date in 1882, it would be nearly 40 years before women were entitled to vote, and a further decade until they were allowed to vote on the same terms as men, and it would be a further 40 years before the Equality Act of 1970, I believe, gave them the right of equal pay. It's my opinion that in recent years, with all of this ridiculous wokeism that is being cast upon us, that these brave steps that have been taken forward have been regressed, and I do believe that women's position in society has been compromised, especially over the last few years, but I'll go into that in another video. But it is my opinion that this is a very important date, and if we think that that's 120 years ago, which is really not much more than double the years I've been alive. So in reality, it's not that long at all. Such a major step for humanity, for civilization, and most importantly for our society. And for this not to have been mentioned just beggars belief. There's a notion that all societies that have moved to the left, and when I say move to the left, I don't mean politically, but I mean morally, all societies where women have been disrespected or allowed themselves to be disrespected throughout history have fallen. And to this day, we have societies where women can't drive, can't speak, can't go to school, etc. And rather than be collectively outraged about this, we're outraged about ridiculous things such as pronouns. So that's how far skewed our society has come from the source, from the origins of this very, very honourable and noble cause. On that note, I would like to say that I have written an article about this. I think it was last year. I just came across it randomly, as I do. It's what I call ADHD research, because I never know what I'm going to look up or read about next. I wasn't aware of it. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm sure we'd covered it in school, but it wasn't at the forefront of my mind until I came across it last year, and I wrote an article about it. And I had intended to look out to see purposely what would happen on the 18th of August this year. And the answer to that, as you know, is nothing. On that note, I'd like to end. I'd like to celebrate the anniversary of this event because I feel it is important. I feel that the movement for women to be respected and equal in society is one of the fundamental pillars of modern society, and it must not be taken for granted, and it must not be forgotten that this was a real battle. Some very, very brave women put their lives on the line for women's cause to reach where they are today. and I believe it is of paramount importance that these rights and liberties are not threatened by people who basically live in La La Land. That's all I have to say. So for those of you who are unaware, please go and look it up. Please share it with your friends, and please remember this date for next year and every year from now on, because I believe it's extremely important. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.